Hey, what is going on, guys? Root of the Null here, come back at you with another batch tutorial. I was thinking just a little bit earlier that, man, it's been a while. I should really kind of jump back on the batch bandwagon, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I wanted to bring you guys a little bit more videos and some more content, and just trying to wrap up the series a little bit more. So here we are. Here I am, and all that good stuff. Here you are to listen to me and cool things like that. Now I'm gonna get the Windows command line ready to roll, and I want to get Notepad++ open, our text editor of choice, and I'm gonna create a new script. Now we don't really have to do what I'm trying to teach you in this video. We don't have to do this in a script, but it's just good practice, and I want you to get used to the idea of making a script, because man, it is so much easier when you actually make a script. And enable delayed expansion. I really kind of need to refresh myself on all this crazy stuff that we've been doing too, because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've actually posted a video in this series. For those of you that are actually keeping up with me while I produce this, it's been just a little bit. Okay. Now, what I want to show you guys today is something called redirection. And redirection is exactly what it sounds. Because when you've got a program, when you're working in the shell and the command line, you've got sort of like three kinds of information. Three things that are really happening behind the scenes and in front of your eyes. You've got standard output, std out, you've got standard input, and you've got standard error. Standard input is normally from your keyboard, what you're actually typing into the program. Standard out is what the program will display, like we would be normally using with the echo command, and that sort of thing. And standard error is what we would display if something goes wrong. And that normally is the same way for a lot of the programs that you use and that sort of thing. Standard error, yeah. I don't know, I just lost my train of thought there. I think I just said something stupid, whatever. But anyway, let's move on, because I do want to show you how you can manipulate this in batch. Now, the way we set this up is with redirection is from a couple different and special symbols. Normally you'll be using like the waka symbol, or the waka waka, whatever you want to call it, the greater than or less than symbol. You might be using these two. You might be using it facing the other direction, and that sort of thing. And you might even use the pipe symbol, which is the shift form of the key that's right above the enter key or the return key on your keyboard. So we're going to be looking at those in the next couple of videos. But let's get started. Let's see what we can do here. If we type in a command like dir-b, that's going to show us a simple output of all the stuff that's in our current directory, because that's what the dir command does, it just lists out everything in the directory. And we can use a redirection operator, like this one here. I'll use the greater than symbol, and then we'll put in the name of a file. And what it will do is it will I'm sorry, I'm stuttering, holy crap. It'll output, or at least it'll send the output, or the standard output of this command here, dir-b. I'll actually comment that out so you guys know what's happening. Standard output, and it's going to go into the file that we say. And it can be any file. The file doesn't even have to be created yet. It'll actually go ahead and create it itself. So if we put in like new file.txt, there it is. That's pretty awesome, isn't that right? Now let's run our script. Let's see if this will actually do what we want it to do. Script, and now we can go ahead and check out new file.txt. New file.txt, and here it is. Here's all the stuff, because if we were to just run this from the command line, dir-b, this is the same output, and it's being redirected into our new file.txt. So there you go. That's pretty awesome. Now, this the standard output is denoted, or it's recognized by a certain number. Like we have standard out is 1, standard error is 2, and that sort of thing. So we can manipulate both standard error and standard output into the new file. But let's do standard error at one point. So if we do dir-b with a 2 right after it, so we know that it's only sending standard error to new file.txt. If we run our script, now we can see that new file has changed. And yeah, we want to reload it. And there's nothing in here now because we aren't getting the standard error of the program, we're actually getting the standard output. So we can decide what we want to go into this file and what we don't want to go into this file. But we can actually also set up some more stuff. We could do this one without any number representing either of the two of them, because it's standard out by default, as you could see in the first example. If we did another redirection operator, and then we put the 2 after it, 2 after our file name, we're going to want the standard output over here along with the standard error. And what we can supply is we can supply an ampersand, which is the shift formation of the 7 key on your keyboard, and then we can say 1 because we know that standard output, is already being redirected to new file.txt. So when we say we want 2 to go to that same place, this is all that it means. That ampersand will send it back to what we already sent, and then whatever the number already is. The number that we've just sent this previous thing to. So that might be a little bit hard to wrap your mind around, and I'm pretty sure I'm doing a terrible explanation, but all this really means that it's going to send it right back to where we already put the initial one right here. So standard output and standard error are being sent to new file.txt. Let's go ahead and run this. Oh, ampersand was unexpected at this time, and you guys kind of have to be really cautious about this because batch is such a sensitive language. You don't want any spaces because it'll try and interpret it as another command. So let's run this one more time. No errors, no output, anything like that, and hey, new file has been modified. We can check it out, and we get all of the information that we get here that we just ran as we would normally run the dir-b tag, because that's the standard output. We don't have to worry about any standard errors because this is run perfectly fine. So we're good in that position and that sort of thing. But there you go, guys. There is a little bit of a small taste of redirection, because we can actually do some really cool stuff with this once we know that it's the command using the redirection operator to a file, and then we can also supply some more information from standard output and standard error. Thank you guys for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be looking at redirection a little bit more. It's a pretty simple topic, but I want to show you guys some of the more interesting stuff you can do with it. But I still want to show you the fundamentals here, too. So thanks again, though, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.